shit. Now I'm one westward, sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, that's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. And can the streets need another anthem? I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swab in my whole life. My whole life.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said, sir. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
was never expected to grow. Just hustle, go stand in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog.
Ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog, it's a dog.
Okay. Type of 1 in the chat if you can hear me.
I can hear you now.
You can hear me? All right, we good? All right, most correct. Shalom, DC, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. So, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. Since 1969, we've been teaching the Truthless Bible. And the truth is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the true Jews, and that our oppressors is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group or Christian church. 1 West is home of the truth. If it's not 1 West, if it's not under Commanding General Yahanna, you are not in the truth. We're going to prove that in scriptures today. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to prove this in the scriptures. First, we're going to head to let's do Matthew 6 and 24. We're just going to jump right into it. We're going to jump right into it because I see a lot of people, a lot of people talk a lot of stuff about, they got the truth and whatever. Command General is not the only one that has the truth and all that. But with what the scriptures say, right. and then we're going to see if anybody can have the truth. That's right. We're going to see if the Most High, how the way the Most High operates within the truth. We're not making up the rules or making up things as we go along. Things have been handed down since Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Right. Since Abraham, before that, since Adam. I'm gonna have to stop moving because my.
That's what I was trying to say. That it's the table just saying real loose. So every tap you do,
every time,
the whole screen is like this. That's what I was gonna say. You might have to take them guns you got in the boulders. Might have to just like that.
Yeah. We're gonna get around this. We're gonna get around this. Yeah. But we're gonna first start off with Matthew 6 and 24.
Okay.
We're gonna start off with Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. And what happens with when people come into the truth and then leave? Right. Let's start off with Matthew 6 and 24.
Let me go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
What does it say?
No man can serve two masters.
It says no man can serve two masters. That goes for everybody. You can't, you can't be double-minded.
Right.
A double-minded, person, you liable to go any which way.
Exactly.
There is nothing that you stand for if you split on something. Scripture said, and this is Christ speaking. Christ is telling you no man can serve two masters. Keep going.
God. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other.
Either you're going to hate somebody and then love the other, or vice versa. Someone you're going to love, someone you're going to hate. And what does it mean? And some people, say that, they may love both of them. They have love in their heart for both of them.
Right.
That's not true.
Could you do one more mic check with the comment section?
Yeah, let's do if you can hear me, just type in a 1. Type in a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Let's get this straightened out. If you can hear me, type in a 1 in the chat box.
Nothing yet. Let me see if I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, you good.
We good? All right. Most High in Christ. Also, if anybody has any questions, any comments or anything like that, go ahead and type them in the chat. We're going to get to them most expeditiously.
There you go. There you go. Loggy said, I got a question. Can you spell that, please? No,
Expeditiously?
Yeah. Expeditiously.
Yeah. You said it right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you 12. You got ones in the comments.
Okay. Most High in Christ. The Wow. If you turn on the caption, you can see it spelled.
Okay. So, I should have known that.
But the scriptures say, read that from the top again one more time while we're showing.
We're in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
And despise the other. You can't serve two masters. Either you're gonna love one and hate the other. Just like this, just like right here in the truth. You know what I'm saying? If like I said, there's brothers and sisters out there saying Commander General Yahanna is not the only one with the truth. Yes, he is. According to the scripture, the Most High only deals with one man at a time. Right. One man at a time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't deal with, anybody else, especially if they're not Israel.
Right.
He doesn't deal with any other nation. That's in the scripture. And that's all over the scriptures. That's all over the scriptures right. where he says that. The script, and it's right here the scripture is saying is if you trying to serve two masters, are you going to come into a head? There is going to be a fork in the road right. where either you're gonna hold fast to your leader, you know what I'm saying, or you're gonna go off right. and say, as long as you say a prayer over this pork, you can eat it,
right?
Or what's some other? You can only have one wife. You right. can only have one rib. Right. In order for you to be in the truth, you have to wear a certain color.
Right.
Or how about it's too wild, but it's okay to rape a 12-year-old girl.
Right. Now, if I could, what you saying, this scripture heavy because I was saying recently, like as far as like why these other races of people, East Indians and these Chinese people and Asians and all of their relationships be staying together, it's because they both believe in the same master. They both believe in Buddha. They both believe in Allah. They both believe in this. But then you look at our community, our households, the scripture's so heavy because the broad, I was that close to saying the B word. The broad will believe that she can wear whatever she wants. She's serving a different master. She believes she can wear whatever she wants. She believes she can dress wherever she wants. She can go wherever she wants. That you're not my daddy. That's what she believes in. You believe through your upbringings that I'm the man of the house. And this is a man cave. And I make the rules and regulations. Y'all both is serving two different masters, and even in that scenario, the relationship end up going in the trash. They end up getting divorced or breaking up or whatever you want to call it. That goes to show you can't serve two masters, because even in that instance, it doesn't work. Y'all both will end up hating one another.
Listen, let me tell you, what you're saying is so heavy. Even the Christians in the church, they get married. If a Baptist gets married to a Southern to a Methodist or whatever, it ain't gonna work.
Right.
If a Catholic gets married to a Protestant, it ain't gonna work.
They be talking trash about each other.
Hell yeah, they be killing each other. They be killing each other. The Catholics and the Protestants. Like they the Bloods and the Crips.
Right.
And they before the Bloods and the Crips. Like, come on, man. Yeah. That is heavy. Even down to the household, you can't serve two masters. Right. On the most base level. Right. A vegetarian can't live with a carnivore. Right. Or omnivore, whatever, someone who eats meat.
Right, you poison your meat.
Yeah, exactly. you can't if you're not of the same and honestly, the people who are meat eaters or whatnot, they're more, I would say they're more welcoming than the so-called vegans and vegetarians. Mm-hmm. They try, not only they try shape, they really try and get you.
You gotta try this cauliflower chicken, brother.
Yeah. Now there are some recipes, that is too wild, that is good. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man, you can't force your lifestyle onto someone else.
Right.
Not yet.
Right. Not yet. That's right.
Not yet. When Christ comes back, everybody is going to obey the law. Everybody.
That's right.
Right? You got something?
Because I was in the for the Virginians that know, I was in the ABC store the other day, and it was an old 70-year-old. I see it's a lot of our brothers and sisters think that slavery was so long ago. It's relatively still recent, and as far as the metal chains and yoke of iron, and they was like, man, that never had to be about 70, 75 years old. And I walked in there with my slavery uniform on. I do security. So he was like, am I going to get arrested today? I looked at him. I said one day. I said not today. I said one day. He said, are you good at arresting people? I said, one day, Lord allow, I can let you know that. I can let you know how great I am. I'm gonna show you how good I am. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Is the devil?
Yeah, it was the devil. Something on the devil. I was like, I know for a fact you had a chance in your childhood to tell a black or Hispanic what to do, on a plantation, or your parents, because he was about 70, 75. So, I mean, your parents owned slaves. His parents owned slaves more than likely. You know what I'm saying? So
parents, grandparents, yeah.
Parents, grandparents, they more than likely did. And I'm talking about crippled over. He can't put no bottles on the shelf over. You know what I mean? He was only working the register. That's it. You know what I mean? So when he asked me that, I just smirked a little bit. I'm like, you don't even know. You don't even know. You know what I mean? You don't even know what's bound to happen bestowed upon you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. One day when Christ comes back, you ain't even gonna be able to ask me a question like that. What? Mm-hmm. You wasn't, but you are now. Mm-hmm. Who's your master? Mm-hmm. What's your master's name?
Mm-hmm. Report.
Yeah.
State your register.
Who told you could look me in the eye and talk to me?
Right.
But you know what? We can't get there if we serve the two masters.
Right.
We can't get there if we say, them cats over there, have the truth as well. John the Baptist was in the truth for a hot minute.
Right.
And then he left the truth. And when he left the truth, the Most High's covering left him.
Right.
What happened to John the Baptist? What happened to John the Baptist?
Oh, the Lord said that when Christ stepped on the scene, when he a man that was greater than him, when he got locked up, then he got his, if I'm correct, got his head cut off.
Yeah.
He got his head cut off.
Yeah, he got his head cut off.
Yeah, man.
Well, but when he was in the truth, and that story is so heavy. Also, Warren, I brought that out this past Wednesday. When he was in the truth, he was protected.
Right.
The governor, the king, wanted him dead. The man in charge wanted him dead, but he couldn't.
Right.
He couldn't kill him. Why? Because he was protected.
Right.
Once he left the truth, and he sent his disciples, his folks, to question Yahushua, our king. That's when he left the truth. That's even before that, because he should have even had follow. He was like, hey, all the men that have been following me up until this point, you need to now follow him.
Right.
Why? Because I was your leader at this one point in time. But now, just like he said, he professed it in front of everybody, someone greater than me has come.
Right.
Now everybody should go and follow him.
Right.
And I'm going to do it too. But he didn't do that. And what happened? He got, just like you said, the brother said, his head got cut off.
Right.
You ever heard of a head on a silver platter? Mm-hmm. That comes from the tale, the story of John the Baptist, how he met his end. How he met. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick, Baba Bashar. Give me the scripture where Christ said, he was the greatest among us, but he will be the least in the kingdom. Mm-hmm. He said John the Baptist was the greatest among us. He said he was he was up on the scene. Christ was on the scene. He said he was the greatest among us. But when he gets in the kingdom, what's going to happen? He's going to be the least. He's going to be the least. And just think of us in this kingdom right now. Who is the least in this kingdom? Well, I don't even say us. Look at the oppressor. Look at the people who are ruling the world. You got people who are in charge, and you got people who are way at the bottom. But they still have their privilege. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, and look at the people who are least, two-time losers. Because they losers in this world, and they're gonna be losers when Christ come back. But this is what Christ said about John the Baptist who left the truth. Who left the truth? What's the scripture of that?
The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 11.
I'm gonna get there with you as well. Matthew 11 and 11.
Yep.
I want you to skip up a little bit because it shows.
Skip up to verse 7.
Yeah.
The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 7. And as they departed, Jesus began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken within the wind, with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he of whom it is written, behold, behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist.
So he's saying real quick, he said, Christ, this is Christ speaking, and he's saying this about John the Baptist. He said a whole lot. But right here he's saying, surely I say to you, anybody who was born of a woman, and if you don't know, everyone was born of a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone came from a womb of a woman. You tell it now in 2023, you know, they're trying to make it different. Man, I seen something that was so disgusting. This dude, you know what, let's keep going. Yeah. I'm like, yo, the mental disease that people think that the people have when you know they wake up and say, you know what, I'm God was wrong. He put me in a man's body, but I'm really a woman.
That's a
or vice versa. God was wrong. He put me in a woman's body, and I'm really a man.
Right.
Nah.
Right.
Nah. But this, going back to this, what he's saying. Verily I say unto you. Read that verse 11 from the top again, Baba Shaw.
Verse 11, the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 11. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven.
He that is least in the kingdom of heaven, right? Well, at first he said, you know, no one has been greater than John the Baptist.
Right.
No one. Right? But in the kingdom of heaven, keep going.
Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he.
He that is least in the kingdom of, even though he has done all this stuff, and that's a very heavy point right there. He was the greatest amongst all the prophets. That's what Christ was saying. Even though he's done so much, the moment you leave the truth, all of that goes out the window. All of your good works, all of your good deeds, all of your heroism, all the things that you've done to put your brick in, that brick is going to stay, but it's going, the name of he who put it in is going to be washed away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's saying, notwithstanding, the lowest man in the kingdom is going to be greater than this fool. So that just think of this kingdom right here. That dude, that Esau that be standing out shaking a cup and whatnot, begging for some change so he can go get something to eat. There's someone lower than that person.
Right.
Just using that analogy, the lowest man and who's the lowest of the ruling class, there's someone even lower than that. That's the analogy that Christ is giving for John the Baptist. Even though all he has done goes out the window once he left the truth. And how do we know he left the truth? Read up verse 1, Baba Bashar, 11 and 1.
The book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 1. And it came to pass, when Jesus had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities.
Right, keep going.
Verse 2. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples.
So even before that, when Christ went to go get baptized by John the Baptist, you know, told everybody, he's better than me, you should go follow him.
Right.
Now he's in jail. Fast forward, John the Baptist is in jail. And he's hearing all the things that Christ has done. Why? Because, you know, good, you know, things travel, especially when you in those circles. He still has followers when he shouldn't really have followers.
Right.
Yeah, he should have brothers, you know, reporting them back, hey, you know, this is what's going on and whatnot. But he shouldn't have followers like this.
Right.
So he read that again, verse 2.
Verse 2. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples.
So he sent 2 of his disciples. Now, right there. What you doing? What you doing?
Right.
Only way he should have had some disciples is if Christ ordered, you know, put him above some men.
Right.
But that didn't happen.
Right.
That didn't happen. These were the men that was following him before Christ came on the scene. Keep going.
Verse 3. And said unto him, art thou he that should come, or do we look for another?
Now, John the Baptist already told you. This is the dude. This is the dude that's supposed that is our king.
Right.
This is our savior. He already said it. Now his disciples is coming back and say, "Hey, are you sure this we supposed to be following him? Are you sure?" After they've heard all the wonders and the glories that Christ is doing. I mean, fast look at what's going on now. People are saying, "Are you sure we should follow Commander General Yahanna?" Yes, you hear all the stuff that Commander General Yahanna is doing: feeding the poor, clothing the poor,
right,
healing the sick, getting people off of crack,
right,
getting women off the stripper poles, getting women and men to stop having abortions and plan Bs and whatnot.
Right.
All of these is miracles, fixing broken homes, saving marriages.
Right.
Blessing marriages. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what Commander General Yahanna is doing. And people have the nerve to ask, should we follow him?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Right.
We're not letting in, heathens to come in and destroy our sisters.
Right.
You understand? We're not letting people, pimps and pulpits and whatnot, basically dress up with tassels on the bottom of their shirts and saying you can eat pork and deal with Esau's daughters, Esau's women, because there are camps out there that is saying that.
Right.
So you just look at their fruit and look at the fruit of what Commander General Yahanna has been doing, right, since he stepped foot, since he was put in charge. You know what I'm saying? All this, I know I wouldn't be here.
Right.
I think of my story of how I came into truth and whatnot, and the turmoils that surrounded me around that time that I was coming in. I'm telling you right now, I would not be here. Right. I would not be here. I would not be here if it wasn't been for Commander General Yahanna.
Right. That's right.
That is 100% true.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? And that statement is so valid for damn near, if not all, the brothers and sisters that are in here, right, in the truth. So you have the nerve, the audacity, the unmitigated gall to question Christ. Is he the one who we're supposed to follow? This is why John the Baptist wasn't in the truth. Read what he said after.
Verse 4. Jesus answered and said unto them, go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see.
So he said, go and show them what's going on. Go and show.
If I could. We're so heavy about the verse too. Like when Christ told him, like this part so heavy, like Christ such a black man. such an N-word.
He didn't say it.
Such an N-word.
Let it out.
Let it out. He is such a nigga. So I appreciate you. Go ahead. Right? He's such a nigga because in verse 4, like it say Jesus answered and said unto him, go and show John again. Meaning like this he's saying go like, hey, saying go show him what I'm up to. Like go show him again, man. He already know what's good. He already know that I'm here. The stars on the scene. He already know that I'm already him. He already knows what's going on because he said go show him again. Because John already done seen what he already know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like putting it in terms, like I think the Lord for Commander Yahanna is the basic comprehension and putting back context clues in our minds,
right,
to be able to understand the spirit of the Lord and what's being said. Like when you read it and you really understand, like that's a black man talking, and that's like, you know, that's like how, you know, how we deal with our children, or, you know, some of that sort. And we go, you know, somebody come to you, ask you some nonsense, you look at them crazy. Like I can imagine Christ's face when he being asked something as he's already, you know what I'm saying, doing ABC, EFG that everybody done seen. I can only imagine a black man face. You know how we be doing. You know what I'm saying? We got to repeat ourselves, but we got to, you know, say something that's already known. Like, this ain't new. This ain't nothing new. Like, you already know what's going on. So I could just imagine what his, you know, body language was like in his face when he like, go show him again. Right. You know what I'm saying? What it is that I'm doing.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Go show him again. Like you saying, like Barack was bringing out, he was like, man, you already know what the deal is. Why you asking me these stupid questions? Right. Go back and show him again what I've been doing. Right? Keep going.
Verse 5, the blind receive their sight.
So he's going down all the things that he's doing. Like, why you gotta list his resume? When everybody knows what he's doing. Right. You know, I done did this, I let, you know, I made the blind to see. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I made the lame to walk. I made the sick to be cleansed. I'm doing all these things. And I'm telling everybody about what the good news is. The good news is, you know, basically we are going to be in rulership. We don't have to be, you know, slaving for somebody else. We don't have to ask permission if we can go to the Passover. Right. We're not gonna be having this, you know, this king. We're not gonna be taxed to oppression. Right. We're not gonna have to work, you know, 30 and 40 hours overtime just to pay the bills, just so that we can keep a roof over our head. Right. We're not gonna have, you know, these bad influences like the oppressors, you know, programming in our communities, in our homes. Right. We're not gonna have, you know, a war on drugs so the police can bother me. Right. You know, so this is the good news that he's spreading. He's like, go tell John, you know, what I see. Matter of fact, tell him this. Read verse 11 again, one more time.
Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of woman, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist.
You know what? John the Baptist, he was that nigga. He was that G. He was that guy at one point in time. Right. Who was the greatest before Michael Jordan? I don't even know. It's like Kareem AbdulJabbar, I would say. Yeah, let's go with Kareem AbdulJabbar. He was the greatest before Michael Jordan stepped on the scene. Right? Let's just say, you know, at that point in time, you know, you had, you know, Kareem AbdulJabbar, but now he ain't. Who's someone that ain't worth squat?
That ain't worth squat now.
At any point in time.
In the basketball,
I would say Skip Bayless.
Okay.
Skip Bayless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now he's worse than Skip Bayless.
Papa, that's a Bill Russell.
Bill. Well, hold up.
11 rings.
Yeah.
I thought he had
13. 13 rings. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. You're talking about the greatest, one of the greatest, yeah. But now that, you know, someone else on, now MJ's on the scene, he ain't squat. He ain't squat. And for a long time, no one was really talking about Kareem AbdulJabbar. Why? Because MJ was on the scene. Right. Now we got LBJ, who I, you know, after that press conference, you know, I shared, he was, so I might have to rethink this. Yeah. MJ ain't never say nothing like this.
They ruined it.
I don't even think he would say something like that in private.
At this point. At this point.
You know, no, man, that's a whole nother debate. That's a whole nother. And you know what another debate is? Who's better, Wu-Tang or 3-6 Mafia? That's a whole nother debate going on in Israel right now. We ain't going over that.
We're debate about everything but something that matters.
Yeah. That's how we get down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, keep reading. This is what he sent his disciples back to say.
Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he.
He that is least in the kingdom of heaven is going to be greater than thee. You know what I'm saying? All the accomplishments and accolades that John the Baptist had at that point in time is washed out the window. We don't care. Why? Because you actually questioning the king. Back in those days, you know what I'm saying? If you questioning the king, you know stop. If you questioning the king, you can get dealt with harshly.
Right.
You can get dealt with harshly.
Right.
Salakia. Nah, yeah, I got some.
You already got some?
Yeah, I already got some. What? Let me restoke this.
There you go. Them chariots moving again. Them chariots moving again.
Yeah, big block right here. Right here, all right.
Most definitely.
Right, all right. Let's drop that. Let's go to Luke 11 and 23.
I'm about to say Luke 23, 28.
What's that? What's Luke
23? It was the same precept that's in the book of Luke with Matthew 11:11.
Okay.
He was right on point with it. You said 11 and 23?
23, yeah. Let's start there.
Okay. All right. We got the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 23.
Hold on, let me see where you at. 11 and 23. All right, yeah.
The book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 23. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth.
Hold on, slack here 1 second. Most High in Christ. All right. Read that one more time, Baba Kashar.
The book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 23. He that is not with me is against me.
He that is not with me is against me. It's like we was going into earlier. You can't serve two masters. If you are not with me, you are 100% against me.
Right.
Right? Keep going.
And he that gathereth not with me scattereth.
Right? He is scattered. You all over the place. Why? Because the Most High is a man of war.
Right.
Is a man of war, and when you're in war, you need to have order. Even though it may look like certain chaos, there is a lot of order in that. There's a lot of order in the structure. In order to be a warlord and whatnot, a successful warlord like Most High is, you have to have some order. So if you're not with him, you're going to be scattered. Right? Keep going.
Verse 24. When the unclean spirit is going out of man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest.
Right? So when unclean spirit goes out of man, he's walking in dry places. What does that mean? That means when you come in here and you learn to clean yourself up, get yourself off the off the drugs, not being an alcoholic, not throwing away your sisters, not having abortions, just not being wicked.
Right.
Once you learn how to clean yourself up, because we don't know how to clean ourselves up. And if we knew how to clean ourselves, we'd have been clean. But we've been in oppression so long, we don't know we don't know what's right. Whatever our oppressor tells us is right, we're the ones that defend it the most. They don't even defend that stuff. Because they don't believe in it. But we're the ones who defend all that garbage and that crap. Read that one more time.
Verse 24. When the unclean spirit is going out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest.
So once we actually come in here and we learn how to clean ourselves up and actually do the work That's the difference. That's the difference. There's a saying, you know, once you learn you're an Israelite, that's just the beginning. Now you have to actually go ahead and do the things in order to become clean, in order to become brand new.
Right.
You can't just knowing is you know, is not enough. It has never been enough just knowing who you are. Now that you know who you are, there's some action that you have to take.
Right.
You have to drive away those demons that we have. Everybody has demons. It may not be my demons may not be the same demons as yours, and yours may not be the same as mine, but nonetheless, we both have to fight them equally as hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the demons that you have may not be necessarily a tough fight for you. So I'm going to lean on you. I'm going to lean on you, Barack, because you defeated that demon so easily. I'm gonna come to you like, how did you do that? Right. And you're gonna be, because you're such an excellent brother. You're gonna tell me this is how I did it. It's just XYZ, boom, 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 right? And then I might have a demon that ain't so, you know, tough for me that may present a challenge for you, and you're gonna come to me, same thing. And if we both have the same type of demon that, you know, that's kicking our butts, we're going to go to another man that's greater than us who has defeated that demon. Right. And then we're going to get right. Right. So right now, once you actually come into the truth, this is what Christ is saying. This is written in red. This is what Christ is saying. That demon is going to leave, and he's going to wander. Right? Keep reading.
He walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and finding none.
He don't find no rest, right? He had a nice, comfortable home way back, you know, before you was in the truth. Now you in the truth, and he ain't Now you in the truth, and he has no place. He has no home. He's home. He's wandering around trying to find some refuge. Keep going.
Then, Sluggy. He walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and finding none. He said, I will return unto my house whence I came out.
He said, I'm gonna go back to him. I'm gonna go back to him because I know he like horse. And it's comfortable over there. I know he likes smoking weed. It's comfortable over there. I know he like gambling. It's March Madness. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I know he like horse. And that Freaknik documentary is coming out. I know he ain't never been to Freaknik, right. But it's gonna rise up that lustful urge. He's gonna want to go back out there and test some waters one more again, and then that home is gonna be nice and comfortable. Right? Keep going.
And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
So when he comes, man, that house is clean, like he ain't never been there. Like that demon ain't never been there. Why? Because he's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. He's actually in the truth. Right. Keep going.
Verse 26. Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
So now he's going back. Oh man, I need some help. Right. I need some help. I'm gonna have to get seven more that's even worse than me. This brother, you know, was just smoking cigarettes or just smoking weed. Let me go and get that heroin out of it, you know, that heroin demon. Mm-hmm. This brother, you know, he was just, you know, popping chicks at the club and whatnot. Let me go back and get that demon that likes prostitutes. Right. You know what I'm saying? This brother, you know, he would just, bet on the local games with his boys. Let me go get that demon that likes to, you know, bet his whole paycheck. Right. Take food out of his kid's mouth. Right. And bet that. Right. Now he's going back to get 7 demons even more worse. Mm-hmm. And what we, if you're new in the truth, and this is what a lot of us like fail to realize. I didn't know this scripture until later on, right? Right. Those demons are already at your door. Right. Waiting to get in. Yep. Waiting to get in. All they're waiting to do is for you to just slip and fall. And you to be susceptible, like, oh, let me just take that one hit. Let me just drink that drink one time. Right. Let me just, no one's looking. Let me just, get Becky with the good hair. Just one time. Ain't nobody, you know, I'm out of town. Ain't nobody, you know, around. I changed my name. I ain't wearing no fringes. Nobody knows who I am. I'm out of the country. I'm out, you know, I just do this thing real quick. Let me go ahead and get me a sneaky link right quick and do this thing. And once you ever seen where like a car goes in, you know, goes in a river or something like that, and then you see a crack in the windshield or something, right. And then it just, you know, is a one small crack, and then it just, you know, builds up and builds up. Now it's cracks all over the place, right. And then sooner or later, all that water comes rushing in. That's what those demons are. Right. That's exactly how the way those demons are waiting for that crack in the glass, right. So that they can just pound that weak spot wherever it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know, what it is, what that, you know, weak spot is. They're just gonna keep going, hitting that weak spot. And then once that weak spot is crack, it opens up. Now all these other demons is coming in, flooding in. Now you got problems that you ain't never think you ever had before. They said it went back and got 7 demons, even more, you know, more fierce and more ferocious than the last. You had something?
So like if I could, what you saying so heavy, right? Because so many people come into school or come into truth, or you know, or even people that's in the world that, you know, try to go follow Christ in their own manner instead of going through that straight gate and try to do it their own way. They think it's going to get easier. Well, there's a reason why the scriptures are like what you was breaking down about, you know, just tapping on, you know, that weak spot that's going to open up more doors for, you know, now you got lust, you know, your lust from years ago is popping back up, and what you thought you was done with is popping back up. And that's a misconception that you're going to come in here and the thing is going to get easy. The scriptures say, Slaggy if I could, the precept that say, prepare thyself or prepare thy soul for temptation. Like, you going to come in here and them demons, that just like the rest of us, the first place they start at is your family. First place them demons start at is the things that's real close to you. And they get real, you know, down to the fetishes that you had. You know what I'm saying? Your drug addiction problem. It's the same way for all of us that them demons got a rubric now. They've been doing this for a long time. They've been doing this for a long time. So what you're saying about that is so heavy, because just for brothers and sisters to remember, like, it don't, you know, them it don't get easier. The Bible say prepare thy soul for temptation, because them demons gonna try. They got a job to do. Yeah. So do we.
Yeah, exactly. Them demons Satan has a job to do, and he does it to the utmost.
Right.
And then his job is to get you to put that crown down.
Right.
That's what his job is. Right. His job is to get you to put that crown down.
Right.
Matter of fact, you know, I like that precept. I like
that precept. He said you got time.
Wait, where are we?
11 and 25.
Hold this, and go to Ecclesiastes 2:1. Hold this and let's get that precept if you could, Bob.
You said Ecclesiastes chapter
2:1.
2 verse 1.
Yeah.
The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Prepare thy soul. If you coming in here and you want to dress in all black,
right,
and you want to, you know, become a trooper and do all the things that officers do, officers and captains and generals have done at one point in time, and you hope to do this, prepare yourself for temptation.
Right.
Sisters, if you want to come in here and hope to get a Hebrew name, prepare yourself for temptation. That's all right. The things that you
that's right,
that you are trying to fight, that you are trying to beat, is going to be dangled in front of your face. The Most High is going to allow Satan to dangle that, whatever it is, that temptation, that lust that right. you wanted, or you know, that you are really indulging in, but you're trying to quit. Satan is going to dangle that in front of your face.
Right.
And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to fight it. But that's what these classes are for. That's what this brotherhood is for. That's what you know, these high holy days are for, so we can actually come together and fight our demons, you know what I'm saying, with one another.
Right.
This is how, you know, this how it's done.
Right.
And just because you've defeated a demon, that demon has seemingly gone away, it hasn't.
Right.
It hasn't. It may have like, all right, well, go back and regroup and come at you a whole nother angle.
7 more.
Yeah. Come at you a whole nother angle where you ain't even think that, hey, that's happening.
Right.
And if you're weak, Lord be with you. You asked up?
If I could, like this, like these scriptures is real. You know what I'm saying? Like I lie to you not. It's so crazy because in my years of being in the school, this is the first time that I've said like that. I didn't, talk or brought it up because what you just said. I remember, of course, you coming to school, you guys stop getting high, all that stuff in the above it, right? And before I came into the truth, I was in the world doing everything that every Christian in the world would do. I was getting higher than a Christian, right? And my folks and all that used to come at me heavy because I was an athlete and yada yada yada. And my oldest brother, confession good for the soul. My oldest brother, like he would be one of the ones that was on me about, man, you need to, you better stop, smoking out here and running around in these streets doing da 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 da, right? I come into the school years later, he decides that he wants to now partake. Come across like, so when I say like what you saying so heavy, where they gonna come at you a whole different angle, I never forget. I'm in the school. I'm in the school, like I'm in the truth now, probably about 2-3 years in at that time. And he texted me, man, you know anybody that's selling, that's serving. I said, I had to check the contact. I had to make sure, because I'm like, it's amazing because at one point in time, you was, trying to make sure that I wasn't doing this. And now, Satan tried to come at me, like you said, if you weak, like that might be an angle for you. Before, it just might have been your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? It just might have been some college students or some people that, you was influenced by the wrong crowd. Right. Then you beat that demon. Now Satan has stepped off, like you said, and regroup. Them demons have stepped off and regroup. And now they come at you with your mother, with your sister, with your brother. And you show your own, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never did it together. Come on. Yeah. And I lie to you not, and it was not tempting. But it was still, let's put that out there. It's a lot. It wasn't tempting for me. But it was still like, damn, like I could say, and he, you know what I'm saying? He out there giving game, like once again, like where these demons try to attack you at. Your husband, your wife, your brothers and sisters. So like that confession good for the soul. I never forget that. What you were saying is so heavy right there.
That is heavy, and a lot of us, have had something like that happen. You know what I'm saying? With whatever it is that we're battling.
Right.
We've had something like that happen, where just like you said, it just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just comes out of it's like what? Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
You try to stay on the good and narrow, and the things that you used to partake, it just somehow just is presented on you, like on a shining platter.
Right.
But if you're strong, you actually see that's just a piece of boo-boo right there on a silver platter.
Right.
And once you see, once you realize the things that you used to do that you actually like to do, it's totally disgusting. You can see it for what it really is. Like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Right.
You can take, even though it's all dolled up and it's presented, the presentation as well, it's still crap. I'm not partaking in it.
Right.
So now that you know what your demons are, and you know how to fight them, now here comes the other six demons that you ain't never really encountered.
You ain't got his boys.
Yeah, you ain't got his boys. Like, all right. Once y'all break through, I'm gonna come through, and we gonna finish this off. But with that, you have to be so diligent. Is there anything more on that?
On this
in Ecclesiastes. Because I just got another preset.
That was it.
That was it. Give me Revelation 3 and 16.
Revelation 3 and 16.
3 and 16. Matter of fact, 3 and 15.
3 and 15?
Yeah.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou works cold or hot.
So he said, I know what you do. I know how you work. I know you're not cold and you're not hot. You're lukewarm.
Right.
You're just right there in the middle.
Right.
Saddle on the fence. And really, saddle on the fence is just you're on the outside. You're not on the inside.
Right.
So Christ, this is what, Christ is speaking right here. And he's saying, I know how you do. I know how you do.
Right.
You ain't really about this life.
Right.
You ain't really about this life. I remember years ago, well, I think they still do it now. When they try and when Esau's military tries to recruit people, they try and recruit them for, they try and recruit them like, say, we'll give you a signing bonus or we'll pay for college and whatnot. Or you get free health care. They throw out all these different, things to get them to join.
Right.
Certain branches, that's cool, but there's other places, other branches, not even just branch, but just the job that you do while you're in the military or in Esau's military,
right,
where you gotta love what you're doing. Otherwise, either you're gonna get someone killed, you're gonna get yourself killed, or you're gonna cause a whole lot of damage and you're gonna cause a whole lot of confusion and whatnot.
Right.
So when they're actually, and I've seen it where they're only here for, it ain't the money because they ain't paying nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're only there for, I guess I would say they're there for the money for, retirement or whatever.
Right.
Why? Because, after a certain amount of time, you get a paycheck for the rest of your life or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you see how the way those people are, where they just do, just the bare minimum.
I almost forgot we on another damn Oh my goodness, that just caught me off guard. I knew I heard something. That's so lucky.
Right? But there's a difference between the two. Between the person, the moto guy who's there and loves it and bleeds whatever it is, they're in, and the person who's just like, hey man, I'm on here for a certain time. Don't call me after this time. You can't find me at a certain time. I'm not gonna be here and whatnot. Yeah, they don't fuck no. They don't mess with nobody.
I was getting lost.
And there is a market difference in the way the two really are. There's really a difference. And this is what Christ is saying. I know how you are. You just lukewarm. You're not hot. You're not cold. I can deal with you if you're cold. You know what I'm saying? I know how to deal with you. I know how to deal with you if you're really hot.
Right.
But this back and forth crap, this lukewarm, you can go elsewhere with that.
Right.
I don't need nobody that's lukewarm, that's in the middle, that don't know whether it's time to, just like you said, Pagaibawa.
Right.
When that order is given, what are you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like someone who has like multiple personalities. You don't know who you're dealing with at that particular point in time.
Right.
Right? Let's keep reading, Baba Shah.
Verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou works cold or hot.
So I want cold or hot. Right? Keep going.
So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot.
Now because you lukewarm, you sitting on a fence, you neither cold nor hot. Keep going.
I will spew thee out myself. So I will spew thee out of my mouth.
He's gonna spit you out. He's gonna spit you out. And that's unfortunately that's what happens, when some brothers hear the truth and they want to get into the truth. They want to, become, you know, a trooper. They want to become an officer. They have aspirations, you know, to be in rulership.
Right.
Really, what is lukewarm? You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
is really, you know, if you take some boiling water and put some ice in it,
Right.
if you put enough ice in it, it's going to turn cold.
Right.
If you put just, you know, there's a few, 1 or 2 ice cubes, depending on how big the bowl is, what the water is, it's going to still be hot. It ain't going to be it's going to cool down a little bit. But if you put just enough ice cubes in it, it's going to be lukewarm.
Right.
So it's a combination of hot and it's a combination of cold that just makes you, you know, room temperature.
Right.
Now, that's good for drinking. You know what I'm saying? That's good for eating and whatnot. But the Most High doesn't want that. Why? Because you can be hot one day and then you could be absolutely cold the next. Doesn't need that. So he's going to spit you out. There's a lot of brothers and sisters who come into the truth and they are lukewarm. 100% lukewarm. And when it gets to that point, that's where the Most High is going to spew them out.
Right.
That's the point where the Most High, and it is not, you know what I'm saying? It's not really us. It's the Most High.
Right.
The Most High doesn't want you in the school. Doesn't want you in only it's the Most High doesn't want you in a position to be in charge of men and their families.
Right.
Just holding that position, you know, that position right there is so separate. So you have to go through the literal fire in order to be, you know, refined. You ever seen how the way a sword is made? Where they take a clump of iron or whatever, or some metal, and they put it in a forge, get it real hot where it's red hot, and then they get pounded and whatnot. And then, you know, they put in the water, have it cool down, and then, you know, put it back in the forge, get pounded some more, and then sharpen it like that.
Right.
If you do it incorrect, or I'm going to say if you do it, if the material is subpar material as you're pounding it, or as you're putting it in the forge, or as you're cooling it down, it's going to crack and break. That's where it's getting, you know, this right here, while you're in class, while you're, you know, here is where you're getting forged. Here is where you're being made. And if you're showing signs of cracking under pressure, it is good that the Most High spit you out. Because you could have been one of the lukewarm brothers that was in the Kentucky 8. Them brothers was fighting for their lives. You know what I'm saying? 8 men against a goddamn city. There was I don't know if anybody's really, you know, heard the report, but they was right across the street from the jail. There was a goddamn jail over there where it's designed for keeping people in and having people out. They was across the street. They you know, it was a lull in the battle. They came out and said, "Hey, y'all brothers all right?" They seen them niggas coming back with AKs, not AKs, but ARs and weapons, and they ran back inside and locked the door. Now, if you lukewarm, you would have stood tall with your brothers, with your Akim. There's no place for you here if you lukewarm. If you lukewarm and you going out to Acuna to feed, you know, your Haitian brothers and sisters, and you run out of gas in the middle of the night, and you in cartel territory without, you know, cartel permission to roll in there,
Right.
what you gonna do then?
Right.
It is better if you not come in at all. It is better if you not, you know, dressing all black. It is better if you not, you know. There's nothing wrong with coming in and being a student.
Right.
There's nothing wrong. Why do I say that? Because the Most High is allowing 1/3. Lord he allows all of us through. You know what I'm saying? I pray that happens instead of, you know, 2/3 of us dying. But there's still going to be 1/3 of us that will not be in the 144 in the government, who will be in rulership. But there's going to be 1/3 of us that will get on the chariots. Lord allow, I will be one of those men that's on the chariots when Christ comes back and starts chopping people's heads off. But you don't have to be, you don't have to be an officer to get on them chariots. You can come in here and learn and be a help to those men who are going out to battle, who are going out to war in the name of Most High in Christ. There is a place for you. Sit here and learn. Be a student. But you can't go on these missions. When the Kentucky 8, that was a camp day. They went out to teach our people that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And it turned into a battle to damn near the death. That's what it turned into. Now, if you lukewarm, you're going to get spewed out. And the Most High is going to see to it. The Most High is going to see to it. Is there anything else in Revelations?
You wanted verse 16 initially.
Yeah. You read 16. Drop me back to Luke 11.
Come.
Back to Luke 11.
Book of Luke, chapter 11, verse.
Damn, we ain't gonna finish. I had a few more verses.
So you know how it is.
We ain't gonna finish. But most of the we had to get this out.
That's right. Luke chapter 11, verse.
Where were we? 23.
Okay. The book of Luke chapter 11, verse 23. He that is not with me is against me.
Right.
And he that gathereth not with me scattereth.
Keep going.
Verse 24. When the unclean spirit is going out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest and finding none. He said, I will return unto my house, whence I came out.
Right. So this is when you came into the truth and you clean yourself up. Then the demon left. You fought the demon off. They left. Now they're coming back, right? And he sees that the house is clean. Keep going.
And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
Right.
Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself.
More wicked than himself. You smoking cigarettes, he coming back with that crack cocaine.
That dirty snot bubble.
That dirt. He's coming back with that. He's coming back with the Molly Percocet. Molly Percocet. He's coming back with the fentanyl. He's trying to kill you. He's trying to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
Popping pills.
Mm-hmm.
Sipping lean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good night.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying, and all you was doing, you thought you kicked the habit, where you smoking cigarettes. But I mean, cigarettes is bad enough.
Yeah.
Imagine having a heroin monkey on your back, doing a dope fiend lean.
Damn. Damn.
Drool coming out your. Imagine that. So I'm not laughing because that demon, man. I just hear about stuff like that. God, like.
Yeah. So
that demon has killed so many of our people.
God.
Has destroyed so many of our families. Just look at how the way we are living right now because of heroin and crack cocaine. Just look at how many of our families have been destroyed because of that, and everything that goes along with having that poison push in our neighborhoods, in our communities. Just imagine that. You have some, Barack?
No, I was gonna say it's crazy because about the demon when they come back with something heavy, just to show how spiritual these scriptures are. Like in reality, like anybody that did drugs, like you'll start off with one thing, and then down the line, like you might say to yourself, and everybody, listen, confession good for the soul. Confession good for the soul. I never forget, like when back in the world, started off with weed, and I said, man, that's all I would ever do. And I never forget the first time I was offered a cigarette. And when I hit the dang cigarette, it was like I entered a different world, not in a good way. And when like it was like a ghost had literally my whole body had shaped off of just one hit off a cigarette. And I was like, oh nah, you had this jump. Couple years down the line, kept getting higher. Couple years down the line, I never bought a cigarette, but I started, hey, let me get one. You know what I'm saying? And I would actually start going into it. And if you look at just us as a people, like you go and look at a crack addict, they started off on something smaller.
Yeah.
You go look at somebody who's doing heroin, they start off on something smaller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most people that start doing just weed, then they went to pop, bars, then they went to Xannies and Percocets and lean. Like it was one thing at first, but then like you said, like where they come back and double back on you so they can block on you twice. Now you're doing more than what you was initially doing. You're not getting no better. Your condition of being mentally sick and why you're doing this is not getting better because now you're doing worse drugs. Now you're doing worse drugs. You're spending more money and you getting more. You know what I'm saying? You physically, mentally, spiritually getting more destroyed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that double back is crucial.
Yeah.
That double backhand slap.
Yeah, exactly. And how about this? Let's not forget about the Akim that get injured and they get prescribed something, and one thing leads to another, and now they can't stop using whatever it is that they were prescribed. You know what I'm saying? Like they get an injury or they have surgery on something, and they get prescribed Percocets or whatever it is, and now OxyContin and whatnot, and now they can't stop taking it. Because of that. Mm-hmm. That's what you call back that double back. You think the fight is over here when Satan's coming over here, blindsiding you, boom, knocking you the hell out. Mm-hmm. Right? Let's keep reading.
Go. Verse 26. Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Mm. Like I said, this man was battling cigarettes, a little weed, whatnot. Now he's battling, cocaine, crack cocaine. Now he's battling, Molly, battling Xanax. He's popping pills whenever he wakes up. Mm-hmm. Drop that. Get me 1 Samuel. Let's see. 1 Samuel chapter 16. 1 Samuel chapter 16. Let's see. Do I need that right now? 16 and let's start with 15. We have 3 more minutes. We have a few more minutes.
Mm-hmm. 1 Samuel chapter 15. 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse.
Yeah, start at 1.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, the Lord sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken unto the voice of the words of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel.
So he's saying, the Most High anointed you to be king over Israel. The Most High put his spirit on Saul, right? He was protecting him. He had that vibe. He had that, One West vibe about him.
Right.
As long as he obeyed the order, right? Now he's telling him, hey, I remember what Amalek did to us. What they did to us. Keep going.
Right. How he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they had and spare them not.
So what he's saying is, I remember what Amalek did to us, to the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt.
Right.
What happened? You can read this in Exodus. What happened was when it was a caravan of us leaving Egypt, and as we were leaving, the strong men were in the front. The weaker people, the older, the young, and the sick were in the rear. Amalek let the strong men pass, and they came around back and started killing the weak, the poor, the elderly, the sick, the young. That's what they did. And this is a period of like around 600 to 800 years later. The Most High said, "Now you got a king." And this was within his first 2 years of being king, of him of Israel having a king. And he's saying, "I remember what these bastards did. I want you to go back, and I want you to destroy them. I want you to kill them." you ever seen the Untouchables with Al Pacino? Not Al Pacino. Shoot, what's that dude's name? Say Edomite's name. You looking at me? You looking at me?
I know you talking
Robert
about.
De Niro.
I'm trying to remember the say again.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. There you go.
Where Robert De Niro played Al Capone, and he was like, I want him dead. I want his wife dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. This is what the Most High is telling Samuel to tell Saul to do. He was like, I want Amalek dead. I want the women killed. I want the children dead. I want the dog. I want the dogs dead. The damn bird. If they keep it a parakeet, I want them dead. Their houses, I want them craps burned to the ground. I don't want no paintings. I don't want no figurines to be left of Amalek. Right. That's what the Most High wanted for Saul to do to Amalek. Right? Let's read that, verse 3.
Verse 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they had, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman.
Man and woman.
Infant and suckling.
The babies and even smaller babies.
Ox and sheep.
Kill all of them.
Camel and ass.
He said, kill everything. I don't want none of this, none of their stuff to stand. Drop that, not drop that, but skip me down. Skip me down to 6 real quick, Baba Shaw.
Verse 6. And Saul said unto the Kenites, go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites.
So he's saying, hey, you guys that's within Amalek, you go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all was kind to us. These niggas got to go. Right. If y'all ain't gonna go, we're gonna kill everybody that's within this. In war, what Esau does is they'll before they'll invade, they'll put like pamphlets and flyers out and say, if you're not a war, if you're not a combatant, you need to get the hell up out the city.
Right.
Get out the city. If you're not a combatant, we're gonna you need to get out the city or this town or wherever this place is, because the battle is about to come. If you're here, we're killing everything that moves. Right? They did that with this war in Ukraine right now. They said all women, all children, and all men over the age of 70 or something like that, 60 something like that. Get out. If not, we're gonna kill everybody. Right. This is the warning that Saul told the Kenites. Right. Keep going.
And depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them.
Keep going.
Good. For ye showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites. And verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt.
Right. Keep going.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
So what did the Most High tell him to do?
He told him to kill everything.
And did he?
No, he did not.
No, he did not. He was being lukewarm.
Right.
So you know what's going to happen? He's going to get spewed out. Keep going.
And utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them, but everything that was vile and refused, that they destroyed utterly.
All right, so real quick, just for time's sake, we're going to skip down to, hold on. So long story short, if you read up this, Saul, when Samuel came, he saw that that Saul didn't obey God's order, and he told him, now you out the truth because you didn't follow God's orders. And you know what he did? He went ahead and followed God's order, and he killed the king. He killed the Amalekite king. He just hacked him to death. Give me 16 and see. Give me 16 and 23.
God.
Give me 22. 22 and 23. Baba Kashaw.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 22.
Now, we said that once you fight the demons will leave, and he'll go and find 7 more once he comes back and returns and find a clean house. Now, if the house was still dirty, he's just gonna go ahead and make himself at home. Like, all right, whatever.
Right.
But now it's clean. He went back and get seven other demons.
Right.
We're gonna see what goes on with those spirits, those wicked spirits. Keep going.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 22. And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, "Let David, I pray thee, stand before me."
Hold on, wait, slacking. Verse 14. Let's do 14.
Verse 14. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul.
So the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul. Right here, we're reading how Samuel went to the house of Jesse to anoint the new king. Why? Because the Most High told him that Saul is no longer his king. We need a new one, and I'm going to show you who that king is. When he went to the house of Jesse, he found David. Long story short, he found David. And this is where he anointed David to be king of Israel, right? Keep going. We'll read that from 14 from the top one time.
Verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul.
Matter of fact, like it. Read 13.
Verse 13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren.
Right.
And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward.
From that day forward. He came upon, David from that day forward. Right? So like I said, Samuel was there to anoint a new king of Israel.
Right.
This is where it comes in, where it says only Commander General Yahanna is not the only one that has the truth. Right here is showing you that Commander General Yahanna is the only one that has the truth.
Right.
Right here.
Right.
These scriptures right here. Keep going.
Verse 14. Oh, sorry. Go back to
start from 13 again.
Verse 13. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah.
Right? All right, so he did his job and he left, right? Keep going.
Verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul.
But the Spirit, what?
But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul.
So right there is showing you that the Spirit of the Lord is only on one man
at
a time. Saul was still king, but the Spirit of the Most High is on David.
Right.
Left Saul because he disobeyed orders. He didn't follow through. He left the truth. He was lukewarm. So what happened? The Most High spit him out.
Right.
Spewed him out because he was lukewarm.
Right.
And he put his Spirit on David. And then what happened after that?
And an evil spirit from the Lord.
What?
An evil spirit from the Lord.
Right.
Troubled him.
And an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him.
Right.
These spirits don't do nothing without the say-so of the Most High.
Yeah.
Without the say-so of the Most High. The Most High is the one that puts these spirits on you.
Right.
You don't want to follow orders? No sweat. Go ahead, take this heroin addiction. Go ahead, take this crack addiction.
From the Lord.
Go from the Lord. Go ahead, take this abortion demon.
In the name of the Lord.
In the name of the Lord, and you want to go and worship that? Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. And with that, I pass the class to precinct officer Barack.
You gonna come a bit? Yeah. You mean to stand or sit?
Read. Do.
Good. We got the security announcements. We the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 1 to 25th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the word. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. TITHES, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasure department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we got SHALAM. So the feast of no, we did first fruits. Memorial of the blowing of trumpets. It's the first day of the 7th month. No, it's the feast of first fruits. Yeah, we still in there. So like the feast of first fruits. It starts after the Sabbath, unleavened bread, sundown, Sunday, April 9th of 2023. We would count 50 days. We celebrate the 50th day, which would be Monday, May 29th of 2023. Start before sundown, and you can find this in the Bible in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 through 22. Of course, the location in your nearby zone will be posted to stay in close contact with your camp leader over your zone. Remind Akim, that's a lot as well. 9 p.m. tonight, you want to tune in to Commander Jenny Yahanna's America on Fire channel on the YouTube. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Commander Jenny Yahanna going live at 9 p.m. on the America on Fire is what you want to type in on YouTube. All right. Remind Akim and Agwathian to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, or scarf. And with that, I say amajim, which means to stand. So we're gonna give one courtesy salute. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Barak Athar. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Barak Athar. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Class dismissed.